Imagine 5 warplanes vanishing into the sky without a single trace. And stranger still, the rescue planes sent to save them exploded in midair. What's really happening here? Is there truly a place in the ocean that swallows ships and planes? Or is it all just legends and stories exaggerated over time? I'm Dr. Y, and this is a new episode of Sleepy Questions. Tonight, we'll try to answer one of the biggest mysteries of all. Why do things disappear in the Bermuda Triangle? The Bermuda Triangle, my friends, lies in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. It is a vast stretch of water defined by 3 points: Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico. Since it forms a triangle, it was called the Bermuda Triangle. Its area, about 1,125,000 square kilometers, larger than an entire country like Egypt. This area gained massive fame because of articles and books that spoke of mysterious disappearances, whether ships or planes. The common story claimed that anything entering the triangle vanishes forever without leaving a trace. For example, in January 1918, a massive ship called the USS Cyclops set sail and was supposed to reach port after 3 days, but it never arrived, nor did it send a distress call. It simply vanished. Since then, the U.S. Navy and the whole world have been searching for it for more than 100 years. The American president at the time said, "Only God and the sea know where it went." After that, the disappearances continued: ships, planes, submarines. With every incident, the newspapers and media fueled the frenzy, most notably the Associated Press and magazines specializing in mysteries. Then came the flood of books, The Devil's Triangle by Richard Weiner, followed by others by authors like Vincent Gaddis and Charles Berlitz. With time, fantastic explanations appeared. Some claimed it was the curse of Atlantis, others said it was the throne of the devil, and some even suggested aliens were abducting ships and planes. Others imagined that the place contained a time portal transporting ships and planes to another world. But the scientific community rejected all of that, finding no real evidence. If all these theories are fiction, what are the logical explanations? Researchers dug deeper into the seabed structure and found organic deposits that can trap huge amounts of methane in the form of hydrates or pockets beneath sediments under pressure. When the pressure balance changes or seismic shocks occur, this gas can be released suddenly in a massive bubble plume that rises toward the sea surface. Large bubble plumes reduce the density of the water above them, so the buoyant support for a ship can disappear rapidly. Think of a glass of fizzy water. The bubbles make the liquid less able to support weight. In laboratory experiments and tank models, a thick bubble carpet has been shown to reduce buoyancy enough to sink a vessel suddenly, in rare extreme cases where a colossal volume of gas is released. The rising plume can reach the lower atmosphere, causing local disturbance that could temporarily affect engine performance or instrument readings of low-flying aircraft. But such events are uncommon and require a massive, sudden gas release. The weather-based explanation is very practical. The region sits in a tropical belt exposed to clusters of storms and tropical cyclones that can form rapidly and intensify within hours. Violent winds result from sharp pressure gradients, and when these winds interact with strong ocean currents, they generate jet waves and whirlpools that can capsize ships or render aircraft uncontrollable. There are also phenomena such as microbursts and downdrafts in severe thunderstorms that can abruptly push an aircraft down or up a dangerous amount, which is extremely hazardous for flying. Then there is the issue of the magnetic field and local anomalies. Traditional magnetic compasses can be affected by iron-rich rocks or irregular geological structures. These deviations may change the readings relied upon by a captain or pilot enough to take a vessel or craft off course, especially before the advent of modern GPS systems. Furthermore, solar magnetic storms can induce slight changes in the Earth's magnetic field and affect older navigation and communication equipment. In the past, these anomalies posed a real navigational problem. Today, devices such as gyroscopes and GPS, have greatly reduced these risks. But in cases of signal loss or mechanical failure, reliance on magnetic cues can still lead to errors. But here's something important. The American researcher Lawrence Kusch wrote a book called The Bermuda Triangle Mystery Solved, in which he explained that the media exaggerated the issue greatly. Any sinking or plane crash was tied to the triangle, even if it happened far away from it. A clear example is a cargo ship that sank in the Pacific Ocean. The media claimed it was a Bermuda victim, even though it was on a completely different continent. Sometimes the media changed details, for instance saying the weather was calm, while meteorological records proved a strong storm hit at the time. On another incident, they invented a story about the passenger ship SSVA Fog, claiming the passengers disappeared and only the captain was found with a warm cup of coffee. Investigations proved the ship exploded due to a fuel tank malfunction, and the victims' bodies were indeed recovered. While the media kept selling the legend, when you gather all the incidents attributed to the Bermuda Triangle, you'll find that most have natural explanations, either violent weather, methane gas, navigational errors, or human mistakes. But the media would add spice and turn an ordinary story into a legend. If we look at official statistics, we'll see that the accident rate in the Triangle is no higher than in any other ocean region. In fact, hundreds of ships and planes pass through it daily and reach their destinations normally. What's interesting is that there is actually a place more dangerous than Bermuda, called the Devil's Sea or the Mono-Yumi near Japan. 6 of the 10 largest maritime disappearances in history occurred there. Yet, because it never gained the same fame, almost no one talks about it. The conclusion, my friends, is that the Bermuda Triangle is not a supernatural zone, nor does it contain mysterious forces. It is simply a natural place with harsh weather and rough seas, and with some bad luck, accidents happen. But the media, books, and movies made it into a legend, and the proof is that the planes said to have disappeared, like Flight 19, were of a model known for fuel tank defects, meaning the cause was very logical. Besides that, hundreds of ships and flights cross the Triangle daily without any issues. In conclusion, the Bermuda Triangle is just an ordinary area. The media inflated its story to sell legends, but science has shown there is nothing supernatural there. With that, we have answered today's question: why do things disappear in the Bermuda Triangle? If you have any strange question that comes to you in the middle of the night, write it in the comments. It may be the topic of our next episode. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, hit like, and share the video with your friends. See you in the next episode.